The notion of breeders assumes for all pigeon fanciers at least two of the three classic criteria: origin, physical qualities, sporting results. Everyone knows how much the name plays a primordial role in the minds of most amateurs. This name, more or less deserved, we will see that in this video. Every year you have to look for the best pigeons for breeding and breeding. How to choose and select your breeding male and female pigeons. How to proceed and according to which selection criteria. The study of the pigeon and its family is very useful, not only to fix the choice of the heads of line, but especially to determine the choice of the partner. Thanks to this study, you will increase your chances of success. To find good breeding pigeons, you must first of all look in a family of very good pigeons. The search for extra birds of known lines in other pigeon fanciers is, of course, to be considered. But a good solution is to set up a breeding pigeon loft by looking among its best racing pigeons and also and especially among its best youngsters. The purpose of the annual selection could be this: to choose his breeding stock at the time of the annual sorting, and then to fill the free pigeonholes of the pigeon loft for the widowers and the travel pigeon. To find good breeders, you must first of all look in a family of very good pigeons. An ace pigeon from a very average family will have little chance of becoming a stock pigeon because it is a bit by luck or chance that he received his gifts. Who has never known a super pigeon in the racing loft which came from parents, brothers, sisters removed from the lofts a long time ago because of a line with a really lower yield and which turned out to be an extra racing pigeon? Moving on to breeding, he never gave a single remarkable pigeon. For what? Because he was a good pigeon by chance, from an average pigeon family, but unable to pass that on. It is therefore useless to toil at the breeding loft with unique pigeons without families with known high yields. It is in the good pigeons, among the good origins, and only there that it is necessary to seek. This does not mean a pigeon of great origin will necessarily be a good breeder. The only way to know is to put this pigeon of good origin into production and test the result. A good breeder is one that gives good youngsters. And this also with different partners. The fancier also has an interest in breeding with each good pigeon of these good lines, insofar as he presents all the visible aptitudes also and to play them. You have to be able to raise 2 young per nest, so with a bit of luck one of the 2 could be good, and quite often it is the opposite sex of the pigeon that you want to test as a breeder that this will happen. The first test nest can be disappointing in the competition, but these same nest pigeons can often also in turn produce very good youngsters, grandsons or second generation. Sometimes the second nest will give complete satisfaction to the competition. The age of the female will also play a big role, preferably young female, from a very good family and very solid. The sire's age matters less, but a good widower can often need a year without competition to start giving good youngsters. Rest needed. The first year may disappoint, but in the second year of breeding, it must express itself through the young. The first eggs of a new pair's first nest are often the best the pair will produce. So it will be better to change the couple the following year or after 3 nests, for example, with passage of eggs to feeders. We must also think about not ending up with too many pigeons to test. And youngsters. This is why 2 years maximum, plus 1 year of rest should be enough to know the value of each partner tested. If we are lucky that the 2 young people of the couple are extra each time, we can maintain the couple of course, or, if necessary, return the original female after further testing. If only one of the pigeons is of quality, it is necessary to refer to the sex and the type of the parent most resembling. This one could be designated as the one having been the most genetically influential. If an extra squab of couple A strongly resembles its sire, and in couple B it is the opposite, extra male squab resembling its dam. It can be assumed that sire male A and dam B could give extra torque. If we discover a good breeding pair and admit that these pigeons are still for competitions, then we will have to stop playing them to avoid any risk. The best racers are not necessarily the best breeders, but their second-generation grandsons can be extras. It is necessary to be able to be sure before deleting or losing in the competition a good potential breeder. This must be taken into account in the search for future breeding pigeons. To produce good breeders, then, you need pigeons of good and known origin. We want to obtain descendants that equal or surpass above all the performances of our chosen breeding stock. What are the selection criteria to apply to know his pigeons and their aptitudes? First of all, we must study this basic pigeon. We will try to know its dominant qualities which make it the good racer. Study of the prize list and flight conditions. Thereafter, it must have good plumage, good wing, good musculature, great vitality. And then, he must have the best performance in the rain, in the mist, or during a disaster. Then, it must also have the best performances in good weather, in headwind, proof of resistance. We must try to know certain physical or moral qualities in each pigeon. We must do it on each pigeon, but also on the whole line to get precise notes on the family and on what is transmitted or not. Then, when the dominant qualities become family qualities, then we have a better chance of succeeding. When the qualities are specific to a single pigeon, the chances decrease. Physical qualities are transmitted more easily than moral qualities. For the first, quality of the feather, flexibility of the wing and the muscles are transmitted easily, that of health less easily. For seconds, the faculty of orientation, will, perseverance are quite transmissible. It should also be known that too many muscles weigh down the pigeon, that too many feathers give the impression of a beautiful plumage but slows down the flight. Too much biting sometimes generates a great irregularity, the easy loss. Sports results are solid. If we really want to progress, we make a line on the result at 1 price by 8 or 1 by 10. Anything further does not count. So we have a real idea of the value of the pigeon. Generally, these are pigeons that have earned their grain and are affected by retirement age. The study of the pigeon and its family is very useful, not only to fix the choice of the heads of line, but especially to determine the choice of the partner. Thanks to this study, you will increase your chances of success. Remember, however, that only the results will have real value. A good breeder is only one who gives good offspring. To conclude, it is necessary to seek in the good and known lines the good reproducers. It is also necessary to know his pigeons and their family as well as their own aptitudes is essential. The origins and the sporting qualities must guide us to mate.